Hi everyone, it is Beth with Flying by the Seed of My Plants, and I just want to show you a few things that's going on. Here are some of the peppers. Look at how gorgeous they are. This one is the pumpkin spice jalapeno, and they are getting their true leaves. So this weekend, because I do have to work, I'm going to be up-potting all of these. Here's an orange spice jalapenos. Here's some of the... So if you started the seeds, you're going to, once they get their true leaves, this is when I'm going to up-pot these. Here are some of the tomatoes. This is the Paul Robeson. They're getting their true leaves. And these leaves right here, that was the first... These were the first leaves, so they are going to turn yellow. They're going to fall off. You can pinch them off. It doesn't matter. But these are all of my tomatoes. And the way I started these were in, these square pots. And here's a Cherokee purple. And some of them I had, here's one with more in there, like 9. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Seeds were in this one, but see all those true leaves? So now I'm going to start up-potting. I might start when I get home today. I'm in Northeast Ohio. Our weather is a roller coaster right now. Today it's supposed to go near 80. No, Abby. Abby, hang on. There's Abby. As soon as I get on here to talk to everybody, say hi. Abby, say hi to everybody. Hi. Look at her face. Okay, so anyhow, these are beautiful, beautiful tomatoes. One thing I wanted to show you too, like this one has a seed stuck on there. All you have to do is wet your fingers, with your tongue, just lick it. And then you kind of twist and turn, and that comes off. Here's one here. Maybe I could do it with you seeing it. Wet your fingers and just kind of roll it a little, and it comes right off. So, anyhow, I just wanted to show you the progress. Hang on, Abby. Just wanted to show you the progress of what's going on here. They are definitely ready to be up-potted. These are ready to be up-potted. Abby. And here's the petunias. Look, I even have flowers starting. No, Abby, you're going to have to wait. So those, I started from seed. Oh, hang on a second. Okay, so I gave her a little bit of a treat because she's spoiled. But anyhow, so these I'll be up-potting this weekend. And then I do have the greenhouse, so I definitely will have to start using the heater. The next 4 days, I think, are going to be like in the 70s. But then Tuesday of next week, today is Thursday, April 2nd. So Tuesday of next week, we are going back down into the 30s again. So, I'll have to use the heater in the greenhouse. During the day, it'll be fine. It's at night that I'll have to turn the heater on. But here's another thing I wanted to share with you. My stepdad, we were trying to think of a way to help me, doing all these tags, because I'm going to be doing like over 900 plant tags. And so, he started doing it with a label maker, or, the address labels. And I'm like, oh, that's so exciting. So he did quite a few. So I went ahead and brought it home just to see how it would do, because these are going to be watered. They're going to be outside, once the weather really starts getting nice. And these labels are not going to last. It's just a paper label. So I did spray silicone on some of them to see how that would do. And I think it would protect the ink. But I think in time, the label will start peeling off because it is paper. So anyhow, thought I'd share that with you. We tried. So I will get writer's cramp. And they do have plant markers. The other thing I use is just the Sharpie. So I have to go ahead and go back to doing all those labels. So when I up pot, I order these from Greenhouse Megastore. These were from last year. I did get one additional box. 450, I think, are in that box. And the Greenhouse Megastore, it's great prices. Depending on how much you are having shipped will depend on how much you're paying in shipping. The other thing I order from them are the 10 by 20 trays. So, and then I order these, which I absolutely love. And I have several through the years that I've been ordering. And these fit right in there. It just makes carrying, you know, because I do transfer into the greenhouse, and it just makes it more stable when I'm carrying it. So there's those. This is what I'm up potting into. These are 3.5 inches deep. The other thing I do when I'm up potting at the stage, now that they have their true leaves, because when you start it from seed, that seed has a lot of nourishment in there for these plants. Once they start getting their true leaves, you know, they basically used up all that nourishment from that seed. It's just totally amazing, I think. So the next thing I'll be adding, and I'll show you the video when I do it, but I gotta move things around here. I'm using my phone this time. This is the Trifecta Plus. I do use it. I order this from M.I. Gardner. I love it. It's my favorite. And it always does well. So I put in, you know, I fill this up with about 3/4 full. Then I put about a teaspoon of the Trifecta Plus and mix it in with the soil. Add more soil, and then I transplant the seedling one into each one. And that's getting ready for the plant sale. So I thought I would share that with you, where I'm at. And I have lots of trays of these. So, and you figure there's 9 or 10 in each one. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe 6 trays of these with that many seeds in each one. So it's going to be a lot of up potting. Peppers I did just in these cells, and I only put like 2 or 3 seeds in each one. So now that they're getting their true leaves, they are going to be ready to up pot. So anyhow, I'm excited. And I thought I would share that with you, but when I go ahead this weekend, I'll do another video just showing you a quick video how I up pot. But this is where we're at in April 2nd. So I am thinking probably the 3rd weekend, hopefully with our weather, of May for the plant sale and Memorial Day weekend. Last year it was, Memorial Day weekend was very cold. So hopefully this year it's going to be different. So anyhow, just wanted to show you the progress of the tomato plants and the pepper plants and the petunias. And right now out in the greenhouse, because they're frost hardy, so I'm not worried about them, is the snapdragons. And I do have some bunching onions. I got to get those in the ground. I planted all the other onions out there. So you know what? I'm going to step out there and I'll show you those. Hang on. Okay, so I'm glad I came out here. Here is the, this is out in my greenhouse now. These are the milkweed, and they definitely need some watering, but they're starting to germinate. And I put these in the greenhouse. Here's some more milkweed in here. They all need some water. Here's some more milkweed. So I have to up pot all of these. And here are the snapdragons. And there's some more snapdragons over here. I get the Madam Butterfly, and then I also got another one. It was called Double Shot Orange Bicolor, so I'm excited about those. These are the bunching onions I want to get in the ground. And anyhow, and I pour a bucket of water. And a lot of the chlorine evaporates when you just let it sit. 24 hours, the chlorine will evaporate, so anyhow, these all need to be watered, but look at all that germination. I'm so excited. These were all winter sown, I started these all in January. I did a video on that. And they were sitting out on the patio throughout the winter because they have to go through that cold stratification. But they are now just starting to germinate. Very exciting. So I gotta definitely water these because now that they're in the greenhouse, it's not, doesn't have the elements, you know. And these could probably go on the back on the table for probably for the rest of the week, or anyhow. So this way they'll get rainwater when it rains and stuff. We had one heck of a storm Tuesday night. A light show. It was crazy. Our weather. We had a storm come through. So anyhow, let me take you back to the onions real quick. Hang on. And Abby's loving it. Oh, don't want to watch her do that. Her personal business. I gotta clean up my yard from sticks in the storm, and it's really, really wet. The back part of my yard gets super wet. Oh, goodness. And I got a rototill. That's my in-ground. These are raised beds, and it's puddles back here, but here I'll do a shot of the onions that I did plant. So they got lots of rain Tuesday. Today is Thursday. I do have to fertilize these. I do have some fertilizer that I got from Dixondale Farm. I'll have to show you that later. I can't think of the name of it right now. So anyhow, that needs to be fertilized. But we're getting there. We're getting closer to our spring weather. And there's a lot coming up over here. It's just really wet, so I'm not going to take you over there. It's kind of wet back here. Anyhow, I'm doing this on my phone, so I'm not going to be editing, so I apologize for any shaking and stuff. But yeah, I think I'm going to bring the milkweed out here. And also the tomatoes and peppers are little itty bitty seedlings, so you know, if they stay out here on my table, because you do have to harden them off, I got to open up that umbrella, and a lot of them will be going here just to harden off. And they're seedlings, so seedlings will harden off a lot faster than more mature plants. So that's what's going on here. I got to clean that all out. I have irises coming up and different things. So just wanted to share that with you. Okay, back in the house. So anyhow, yep, I'm going to have to do my tags like that, not with the paper, which I really, address labels. We thought it was such a great idea, but it's, I'm afraid by the time I have my plant sale, I might not know what plants I have if I do it that way. Because that paper might come off, or who knows, but I'm not going to chance it. And they do have printers out there for doing plant labels. It's over $3,000, so I think I'm going to stick to just writing them out like I always did. So anyhow, just wanted to share that with you, and I hope you are getting excited about the new season for gardening for 2026. And I guess that's it for now. I'll bring it back when I start up-potting so you could see how I do it. I got a lot of videos out there from previous years too, step by step. And again, to get the seed off, just kind of lick your fingers, kind of roll it like a booger, and that will come right off. There's another seed. Where's that? Just kind of roll it between your fingers, and it comes right off. It just comes off a lot easier without tearing the leaves if you wet your fingers with just a little bit of spit. But yeah, don't they look beautiful? And there's a lot more. But these are just, I pulled these trays just to show you. So many different tomatoes. I'm very, very excited. So, all right, guys, that's about it for today. And this weekend when I up-pot, I will go ahead and show you how I do that. And I will talk to you later. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye.